What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Henry and congratulations. You've decided to apply for the HCDE Master's Program. And full disclosure, I'm currently in the Master's Program as a first year student. I'm just about to finish my first quarter, so I was once upon a time in your shoe, very anxious, very nervous about applying, but let alone getting accepted, so I'm here for you. I'm here to give you some tips, give you some just suggestions so that you can feel confident and feel comfortable with the whole process. So without any further talk, let's get into it. Alright, so for the admissions process, there are three key things I want to cover. The first one is your resume. Now your resume is a big part of the applications process, not only because it showcases the work you've done, your academic background, but more importantly, it's a big tool for the admissions staff to really get to know who you are. They don't have any time to see you face to face. They just have your resume and your personal statements to go off of. I'm going to be a team player and give you some inspiration and a tool to use so that you can go ahead and get started on doing the things I just covered. So to get started on your resume, I highly recommend using this free online software called Figma. Figma is awesome. I won't get into the details. Just let's go right into it, okay? So here I am on Figma and I am showing you an example of my own resume that I am currently working on. My resume is nowhere near perfect, and the goal of me showing you is just to give you some inspiration. I was once in your shoe and I'm here for you. With the resume, you want to be very intentional on what you put in it and how you want to display it. For the admissions person reviewing your whole application, you don't want to give them any trouble. You want to make the whole process as easy and as fluid as possible. Alright, let's just review it really quick. So at the very top, I have my name and what is my current position. So I'm a student, and here I have a little sentence kind of just showcasing who I am. So I'm a team player with ambitious goals to improve wayfinding for people through interactive design. So that's my principle when it comes to design. Now the first thing I cover is my education, and I put this first because I want to apply most emphasis for the person who's reviewing my resume to digest first. So my education, I'm currently in the MS HCDE program, and these are the courses I'm taking, and in the description of the courses I have I can just give a quick summary of what I'm learning and what I'm practicing. And under my master's program, I have my undergraduate in architecture history. Same deal. So what have I learned and how does it apply to the program as a whole? And now under my education, I have my experience. So same thing, I want to be very intentional. My experience, I have some work experience as a community organizer serving the International District community. And same deal. Brief description of what I've done, my accomplishments, what I've focused on doing, what I've learned. And I have the same description for my other work experience as a community organizer. Under experience, I have projects. One recent project that I worked on is a COVID response project serving the low-income, at-risk community members of the Chinatown International District. And basically, this project really showcased my project management skills, my organization, my teamwork ethics, cross-collaborating, and that all really showcases the person I am. At the very bottom, I have skills and tools. These don't necessarily describe the person I am, but it just adds a little emphasis of what I'm capable of doing. So that's why I have skills and tools at the very bottom. So again, going back to being very intentional on your resume. Now the second thing I want to cover is letter of recommendations. So for this admissions process, you're going to need 3 letters of recommendations, and when I applied, I had one from a professor who I went study abroad with, did a lot of community volunteering with, and so this professor really knows who I am, the things I've done, what I'm capable of doing, my character, basically everything. Now the other 2 letter of recs include a yoga instructor that I collaborated with at my workplace. Last one is a resident that lives in the Chinatown International District who I served, kind of provide help with across many things, and really kind of got a got a sense of how empathetic I am, how resourceful I am, and just kind of being a friend. So there you have it. My 3 letters of recommendation: a UW professor who I have a close relationship with, a yoga instructor who I collaborated with at my workplace, and a resident who I serve directly at my workplace. So as you can see, nothing fancy. I don't have no famous people who vouch for me, just people who really know who I am and can do some really nice storytelling. My last tip number 3, is the hardest one to finish, and this one is the personal statement. For this admissions process, you have to write 2, and my first suggestion is start now. Don't make the same mistake I did of starting in late December because I thought I could finish on time. I mean, I did finish on time, but I was really stressing out because of the time that I had. So start now. Start now. The big reason why I recommend starting your essays now is because you want to get it peer reviewed as much as possible. When I did my personal statements, I had a good friend who I went to for peer reviews, and she was a big helper. She helped me catch on to grammatic errors. You know, sometimes my sentencing didn't really make sense. What I was talking about didn't really match up with the prompt of the personal statement. If you want to connect with the same person I worked with on my personal statement, comment in the section below. I'll also have her email there so you can shoot her an email. Very helpful. How I want to assist you with the personal statement is, I'm not going to show you what I wrote, but I can tell you what I covered. Now, your personal statement, again, is very similar to your resume. Basically, the admissions person who's reviewing your application only has this to build a picture of who you are. And in response to the prompts, you want to be able to showcase your skill sets, your experience, how you've been able to identify problems for people, for communities at large, and how you're able to solve them. That's it. Very simple. You want to show that you're a problem solver. You want to show that you're very flexible, very open-minded, and that you're a team player. What I found that was extremely helpful for me in, I guess, deciding what I wanted to write about is go over the HCDE Master's website, review what the whole program's about, what the program wants to accomplish, what is the mission, and more importantly, if accepted to that program, how can you represent the very human-centered ideal principles that the program's all about. Right, so we covered 3 things: your resume, your letter of recommendations, and personal statements. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot a comment below. Best of luck, everyone. Just relax, be you, show the program the great person you are, and have some faith.